Boker Tov, Rabotai. I want to tell you something important for the Pesach holiday, that sometimes people don't pay attention to this, but the liquors, like whiskey and vodka, they do have chametz. They're made from chametz. They're made from grains, these things, So you have to, make sure that it's kosher for Passover. Otherwise, you got to sell it or spill it out, because it's chametz gamur. I remember one time, there was a case where somebody called me Erev Pesach, and he said, Rabbi, I have some Johnny Walker, I left over. I didn't get rid of it. He says, is that chametz? I was just thinking, maybe. So I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know. So he said, what I did was I called the Johnny Walker company. They have a phone number, whatever. I called them up and I said, sir, what is this made from, your whiskey there? So he says, oh yeah, we make it from corn and barley. So corn is not chametz, it's kitniot, but barley is chametz gamur. You understand? So therefore I told him, I said, I'm sorry, but you got a problem. You got a problem. It was too late to sell it already, because it was forbidden already at that time. So he couldn't sell it, so he had to spill it out. That's the only thing he could do. Unfortunately, he was transgressing or having chametz, right, Erev Pesach. So you got to make sure, right, when it comes to these kinds of liquors, that they're kosher for Passover, because a lot of them are made from grains, as we said. But when it comes to wine, though, they're not usually a problem. There's no chametz in wines. I never saw any wine which had chametz in it. So that's okay. Even if it was a bottle which was opened before Passover, there's no problem really to use that wine. What somebody put some breadcrumbs in there? There's nothing wrong with that there. So even if it was opened, it's kosher Passover. If you want to be machmir or whatever, that's up to you. But nikar adin, right, there's no problem with wine. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.